Son Solomon here. It's April 4th. Yesterday was April 3rd, Wednesday. Today is April 4th, Thursday. And it's getting crazy out here in New Jersey. As you can see, the porta potty has been blown by some very strong winds and rain last night. Also, the grandmas and the grandpas were acting up at the hospital and all kinds of crazy shit that goes behind the scenes in how people have jobs and get paid and live the American dream, or what is left of it. Today I'm just walking in the park because I've read a lot of articles that nature is the key to your salvation, to your human longevity and rejuvenation and just staying sane. If anything, at a minimum. You know, life isn't fair, but to make the best of it, to make the most of it, you should be spending more time outside and not indoors, cooped up, trying to escape reality by using VR, by playing video games. I used to be in, there. I thought I can just play video games. I thought I could just watch porn and everything would be okay. For a while it was. Until shit hit the ceiling fan. Bills needed to get paid. My job was only becoming more and more horrifying. Because of COVID and whatever. Tried to escape playing video games, and I just built up this tolerance of not giving a fuck. Until one day it came all crashing. In 2022, the stock market wasn't doing all that well, and I needed a real job. I had to start working overtime to get the things I wanted in life, and shit got real. So I knew the kind of future that was presented to me if I didn't work twice, 3 or 4 times harder than what I was already doing on a daily basis. So instead of being hardworking, you reach a point at the top, and then it goes even higher. And when you realize that, you're like, oh, fucking hell. So you have your choice of being complacent, which is what happens to a lot of people once they climb the ladder, the socioeconomic ladder, whatever you want to call it, whether, at the 9-to-5 office job, at wherever, or if you're an athlete, whatever, you hit like a pinnacle, a climax, and then you could rapidly fall down, or you just keep having to challenge yourself day after day, and your skills get better. And that is the only way to defeat complacency, which is laziness, procrastination, being complacent. All these things is the enemy. Not an actual enemy, but the war within. Your struggle. It's not an actual person. It's actually you being lazy. 24/7. 365 days a year. It's the person in the mirror that is stopping you from getting what you want in life. And there's so many external things in the world that you just say things. Oh, I'm not a girl. I don't have OnlyFans, I don't have a pair of nice titties to, charge everyone a quick buck for a titty flash, or to spread my vajayjay and fly and soar through the internet and swindle the pockets of simps out there. I'm a guy, who the hell's gonna pay for me? Absolutely fucking nobody. You're a guy. I'm a guy. Most people are guys in the world. No one has sympathy for them. and they have to make it through the world with their skills and the value that they provide. And it's tough, because women have inherent value of making babies. Someone left their glasses. You can look at the world with rose-colored glasses, or you can be savage. Absolute savage. So here we go down the path of enlightenment here. So I'm working Thursday into Friday, and then Friday I'm doing 16-hour shift, including overnight. So from 3 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. in the morning I'm working. Then again on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. into 7:30 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. And again, 3:30 p.m. starting Sunday and into Monday, 7:30 a.m. So I'm sorry, well, whatever it is. I'm working 3 days for 16 hours each. I wouldn't have normally thought this was an impossible fate. This was impossible. Then I read about guys like Elon Musk sleeping in his office, working 100 hours a week, maybe more like 90 hours a week, including the sleep and, doing dinky tasks like eating and sleeping and whatever. And, his 11 children or so by now, whatever the hell he does on the side. And also there's another guy that more close to home, he's a CAT scan supervisor. This one guy works 6 days a week and 16 hours each shift. How can he execute on this all the while having a wife and 3 kids and elders to support and shit? I don't know. Very crazy. But he has things you want in life. A home. He has a car. He has children. He has a wife and whatever. He has a good wife that takes care of the family when he's not there. At the cost of, the industry, the job taking up all this motherfucking time. In fact, it's dangerous for him because he probably barely gets enough sleep to operate a 16-hour day for 6 days a week. How is that possible for a human being? I don't know. It may be a little bit easier for him because he's a male, than per se a childbearing, age woman. Other than that, damn, it would still take a toll on you. No matter if you were Shaquille O'Neal and you had to work 6 days out of the 7 days a week and 16 hours each time. I mean, that would take a toll on anyone. But that's what you gotta do if you wanna have the materialistic things you want in life that most people want in life. You want a home. No matter how many times you argue with this, a vast majority of people will kill and die for these things. A home, being financially stable, and a car. Bare bones minimum. You don't have to have a wife, you don't have to have kids, but bare bones minimum, most people will kill for a home in a safe neighborhood, which you can afford, and be financially stable, and have a car. Well, the car most people can cover. You can lease a car, so that's not a big deal in America. You just pay some money down and whatever, hundreds of dollars a month, that can be afforded. But in these days, after COVID prices, people will kill for a home. We're talking about $500,000. Okay, so this is what this guy does. An average American needs to work 6 days for 16 hours to have the American dream in a high value skill. So I'm guessing my pay grade is about $45, So he's probably making $50, provided that his job is a supervisor and that he works for a trauma 1 center, which is super crazy. He should be paying at least $50, which is at the minimum a high value skill, and that he's making well over 6 figures. That's what you need. Earning at least $100,000 used to do it back in the day, but in today's standards, even to attract, a girl into your life on TikTok, you need to be at least 6 feet tall. To qualify, you need to be at least 6 feet tall and earning $200,000, which is much less than 1% of the male population, which is ridiculously insane. So you're basically, in all world, including all of China, all of India, all the other fucking countries on the Asian continent, Africa, and South America, you're somehow on top of the pyramid in the 1%. Okay? That's the kind of guy girls want these days, or write about, or talk about, or fantasize about. But in reality, we all know that she just gets knocked up and overnight at the age of 18 or 20 by Tyrone and Chad, and then they go drifting along and end up in prison somewhere or wherever the fuck, or run away to Never Land, and the girl's stuck with 3 or 4 kids or some shit, and no one's there. She's struggling to get child support and alimony and welfare and whatever the fuck, because that's just reality. And the homeless situation is just getting worse and worse. And oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna walk over here because I recognize people, and I'm gonna try my hardest just to avoid them, because I'm an asshole like that. I'm working on my YouTube channel. I'm not here to socialize. Is this considered work, or is this a hobby? I haven't made $1 from YouTubing, blogging, vlogging, or anything in my entire fucking life. Even though I've done it for hundreds of hours, I swear to God, and I haven't made one motherfucking $1. And I don't have to pay taxes on it. On eBay, I had to pay fucking taxes because of the 1099K that they send you. It's like $600 minimum. Amazon, same thing. It's a 1099K, the $600 minimum thing. And you know what? If I'm never gonna get paid for YouTube or vlogging or blogging, Google AdSense or wherever the fuck, then you know what? Why give a fuck? So it was a giant rainstorm. That can explain why this river, this Pokemon stream is looks a little bit more rapid and faster than normal. It would be nice to live in one of these places right by the park, except for any potential serial killers. One of the girls here did tell me about this stalker dude. So women still do get stalked around here. That's just a given. Women, girls, young Asian boys are highly desirable on Jepstein's Island. In fact, there's a creeper van. It's pulled up. Anyways. Here I am, just trying to walk and avoid people. Obviously, it's kind of hard. There's just people all over the place. It's New Jersey. It's highly densely populated. That's why the taxes cost so much and things cost so much. The more densely populated a place is, the more it costs. Oh look, here's a beautiful nature scene. Clean as the Ganges. And also would be the perfect place to take a shit. Very nice. A lazy river. I should just put a kid in there and just float a damn tube. They'll have the time of their life. On the opposite ends, we have another beautiful view where you can just throw a tire down there and float a kid down. Here we go on my walk. I get about an hour of sunlight, maybe 2 hours. Then I'm gonna go home and sleep. People often ask the question, should I buy a home? This isn't the 90s. And your options of buying a home is very, very limited unless you have a minimum of $300,000, $300 to $500,000, and you can just safely buy whatever home. Other than that, you'll be struggling and forcing yourself to work a minimum of 2 jobs or 1 job in overtime like me, and pulling 16-hour days for God knows how long. Yeah, I have some premature cherry blossoms here. You have a beautiful view over here. You got a beautiful view over here. It's a beautiful day. I'm just gonna sit down on the bench and try my hardest not to give a fuck. There's too many people around, so I'm just gonna chill over here and have a drink. So, although it will probably be ideal for you to obsess over buying a home, you're more likely better able to survive if you were just to get like a 1-bedroom condo or something that looks like whatever is on top of that hill. You'd be okay in your man cave. Actually, there's a cheaper looking unit on about $200,000 right over there. You know, if you just lived there for 5 years, you did the minimum amount of work, you paid your HOA fee. You know, they have a mini laundry and dryer in each unit, in some of the units. It's right across the funeral home. I mean, it's not exactly best environment, but it's something in a nice neighborhood, even though you're across the fucking funeral home. It probably has ghosts and shit in it and hauntings, but you'll be okay. You won't be homeless. I can guarantee that. And you just have to watch out for squatters and shit and other homeless ass people. So those are my survival tips. I'm not here to educate you how to or help you buy a home. I can't physically do that. I can just give you advice. You're not going to buy a home. It's too motherfucking expensive unless your kid's an outlier, and you know, or unless you're an outlier yourself and somehow you were so great or you inherited the money somewhere that you have $500,000 by the time you are 30 years old, 35, 40 years old, and you can enjoy a little life to yourself that you've like mapped out and executed on perfectly, which most people probably wouldn't be able to do because life is just a bitch. People die, people get old, people get sickly, people have cancer, people are just don't want to fucking work and have all these crazy fantasies and shit and don't live in, and just, you know, have all these delusional things like me trying to make $1 on fucking YouTube, which has been since, you know, never. I've never made, like I said, I've never made one fucking dollar on vlogging, blogging, anything creative that I've done. I've sold things on eBay, but mostly those things that I did actually sell are from reselling someone else's product, either being it from Hasbro or, you know, or Legos or Star Wars or Transformers or G.I. Joes and Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some shit. There was never really a Solomon Chau product out there that I could sell by myself. Well, here's my fucking product, so make sure you like and subscribe. You know, so I don't lose hope on myself or some shit, if there exists any anymore. Sorry it has come down to this, but you know, this is it. You know, this is my they call it diplomacy. There you go. You know, you just make your own bullshit up. You declare something that you want, and you know, that's the guideline. That is the new narrative. You know, you let it be known to people. Like and subscribe. That's all I want. You know, just one day I'm gonna make $1 on YouTube. It's really that simple. You know. That's my lifelong dream. Make $1. You know, on YouTube. I need 4,000 watch hours from my audience and 1,000 subscribers. You know, is it possible? I don't know. It was possible for Francis, Beat the Bush guy. He's also Cantonese, from Hong Kong. You know, I know a lot of people just like him, but they probably couldn't execute being him on YouTube. That requires some kind of like talent and organizational skills and attention to detail, which most people, such as myself, don't possess. I don't give a fuck to be editing all these videos and making things, you know, nice and watchable for my audience. You know, I wouldn't take those extra steps. Some people would. I just don't have the time. I don't give enough fucks. I would never like hire people to help me edit videos. It just takes so much fucking time and effort. There's a learning curve for editing your videos to make things look nice. You know, you need, for every like minute of you know, YouTube editing it's like 10 minutes or something, like a minimum of like 10 minutes of editing. It's just like, the fuck? Yeah, it's just too much work. You're looking at 4 or 5 hours minimum of working, editing to make a video watchable. But I don't give two fucks. This is raw footage of me just being me. There's nothing edited. Again, I know I'm not exactly a dopamine dealer, and I don't edit this and that and add explosions, but here you go. Something that's all natural. If anyone's into that, if there's an audience for that, great. It's like the Blair Witch Project. There was this raw footage of someone running in the woods and freaking out about their paranoid schizophrenia, thinking it was some kind of like crazy bitch after them. Oh God. This is the daily activity of Solomon Chau. Don't expect too much. It's just the equivalent of watching some fucking homeless guy trying to make $1 without actually working a job. Anything else I want to go over before I cut this video and just go frolic around in the woods and doing my own thing? It just baffles me. Some people have been working for the past 30, 40 years and just, their whole life has gone by and they're on their sick bed, they're on their deathbed, and they're just like, fuck, where did all the time go? I get this a lot, I work in healthcare. People say this all the time, it's not about the money, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You don't want to be the richest man in the graveyard, but still people continue to work, especially men, whatever it is. Maybe they find their family annoying or whatever, and they just wanted to hit up, Jessica or, Nikki or Nicole or whatever the fuck, and then have kids and just bounce and do their own thing, like a Chad or something, or Tyrone. That's cool. I don't care. Maybe that's just a natural life cycle of most men. But that's just life. And they'll work until, they're on their deathbed. They're sickly, and then their kids come see them or whatever the fuck, or try to steal their inheritance. And it doesn't end that well. Doesn't end that well for anyone. Then the lawyers get involved, and the will, and which sibling gets this percentage of money or that percentage of money, and that's just life. Damn. I found out my coworker, although he didn't die at the hospital, he got admitted he left the first week and then got admitted again for kidney stones. The first time it was some kind of gastrointestinal inflammation, like his appendix was gonna explode or some shit. So he got out in the first week, and then the second week he went back for kidney stones. And it's just like, here we go again, round 2. Just a cycle. And hopefully he gets to retire. And live out the remainder of his life doing whatever the fuck he wants. You don't need all that much money, and at that age, after like the age of 50, your need for social validation gets reduced down to rubble, because you're just old at that point and you just don't fucking care anymore. So I got 11 years until I'm fucking 50 years old. I mean, men in their 50s, what the fuck? Would you be chasing around women in their 50s? I mean seriously, get real here. 50 years old? That's fucking old. I thought 30 years old was fucking old. Now I'm 39. It's just like, shit, I'm 9 years plus fucking 30 years old. So this shit, there's no end to this shit. You know, a lot of people died from COVID already. You know, that explains the, you know, increased competition for, you know, healthcare workers and employees and the workforce in general. What do you call it? Employee shortage, a workforce shortage, a worker shortage. I don't know. But that probably won't last too long. People are always desperate. People always live off the scarcity mindset, you know. And there will be plenty of competition for work at any given time of humanity, just because, you know, we're savage. We're savages. There's no such thing as chilling. It's always make money. You know, whether you actually work, grift, scam, steal, or whatever the fuck, you know, it's always about the primitive capital accumulation phase with humanity. You know, you just haven't grown up yet, and it's always been like that. I don't know. This is like a type 0-1, you know, ground level, bare bones minimum, you know, ghetto in the fucking universe, as far as I can tell. You know, that's just my karma. This is just a recording of that. You know, should I end up at a type 2 or type 3 civilization or whatever in my next life, that would be great, you know. But as far as I can tell right now, it's just fucking ghetto, you know. There's not much else to it. It's just about the industries, make money, and they'll stifle anyone who tries to, you know, advance, you know, because they need to rely on the current status quo, on the current, you know, how things are done, how money is made. If you invented this new whatever, you know, the whole industry has collapsed. If you invented the water-powered car, guess who's gonna die first? You know, if not already. You know, if you made the cure for cancer, guess whose body is gonna be missing? I mean, if you know the secrets, you know, Russia, China is gonna like have you disappear real quick. Jack Ma disappeared to Japan. I think it came back or something. But damn, he's not invited back to China. I think he went to Japan and now he's in Taiwan or something. I don't know. You know, long story short, anyone who's too good for the government and the industries, they'll get rid of you and you'll have to hide. You know, or run away, or, you know, be on your own fantasy island or something, some crazy shit that I don't want to get involved in. So welcome to the primitive human primitive capital accumulation phase, and welcome to the ghettos. Welcome to the hood. You know. The solar eclipse is approaching. I will be busy at the hospital Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When the solar eclipse does happen, I won't be working until 11 p.m. So you can all look at the sun directly and end up in the hospital. I won't be working at that time, so you can annoy them, not me. Don't be annoying me though. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.